Good evening, Aquarius. So we have a bit of a different set for you tonight. These are some rocks that I picked up and some actual dried seaweed that I picked up at a beach really close to where I live. And there's even a feather from probably a seagull of some sort, but it was in really good shape. So they say that feathers increase your ability to communicate with the gods. So maybe it'll help me tune into your reading. So we are going to use the Heaven and Earth Tarot deck tonight. I'm taping this while the eclipse is going on. So I've already shuffled this deck for you. And I think we're going to do a few splits. May we have an accurate reading for Aquarius, please? Show me what's going on with Aquarius right now. What's going on around Aquarius as well. Okay, so there's a definite split right here. Whoa, I'm not sure that I've ever seen the High Priestess and the Devil together. Wow. So, first of all, you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Capricorn. I have to say that just right off the bat. The numbers 2 and 15. So you could be the February 15 Aquarius. Your birthday might be on February 15. Of course, there's something much deeper here. So I asked what's around you. First of all, I believe that you're in the High Priestess card. I'm going to spit out what I'm getting right off the bat from this split. I believe that you're able to easily pick up on energy and possibly know when there's bad energy around you. I believe that, so obviously this is the High Priestess. This is the most intuitive character in the entire deck. She's in the Major Arcana. And she just knows. She's, like a psychic. She has all the knowledge. But what you're doing is you're picking up on some really low vibrational energy around you. There could be somebody who is literally devoid of any sense of love for themselves. There could be somebody around you that, now they don't have to be really bad, but there's somebody around you that could be slightly on the side of being very caught up in themselves, ego-driven, materialistic. And you may just know. See, the way that this person, so, this could be either a person around you, it could be energy around you, or it could be a lover. So I'm going to deal with all those three situations right now. First of all, if it's a lover, this is somebody that is very scared deep down. The devil is actually deep down very frightened. So the way that this person operates in a relationship is they try to get other people either obsessed with them or they find out what somebody's weak spot is and they prey on that. They try to get other people addicted to them. They create illusions about who they are. And so what they're doing, because they think that if they're act as their true selves, that they won't be able to keep people close to them. Somebody feels that they can keep you in chains if they are pretending that they don't love you or putting you down or, making insults or treating you like an object, that type of thing. When deep down, this person could be very, very much in love with you, but they're just the way they operate in relationships. There's no boundaries. They could be very rude. They may not call back, that type of thing, but they're doing it so they can create this illusion. They want you to be addicted to them. Um, do you see how that man thinks he needs to have that woman in chains? And of course, this is a card of illusions and half truths. So how does he keep that woman in chains? He keeps her in a state of fear. He makes her think that she's not worthy of him, that he's seeing a bunch of other people and she's not good enough, when that's actually not true at all. And if only she knew the truth, she probably would just lift that chain off, because the chain is, well, in this deck it's not loose, but in the original card the chain is loose, and the idea is there's a lot of illusions here. Now, so that's if you're dealing with somebody like that in a relationship. You could just be picking up on very bad energy around you. You may have a sense of just knowing that somebody has evil intentions. Anyway, so if it's a broader situation, there could be a very, very huge secret here about some kind of a cult, literally. But I feel like the advice here is to really rely on your intuition. This is a very, very negative energy. And this is information that if it gets out, it could cause somebody a lot of damage. I mean, this could be literally like some cabal type organization. There's fire over here, and many of people are, in areas where there's a lot of fire. And I noticed there's a lot of smoke. Well, the Galactics were saying the other day that while there are some of the fires are caused by lightning and accidents and carelessness, but many of them are actually organized and caused by the cabal. So you could be very, very psychic about this and be picking up on this energy. Show me a little bit more, please. Okay, there's 3 splits coming out here. Actually, there's 4 cards coming out. Oh, there's 5. I mean, these are big cards. Major Arcana, Major Arcana, Major Arcana. This is a 10, and that's, the 1111. All right, so you could be dealing with a Virgo, an Aries, a Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, another Aquarius, a Cancer. I think I'm speaking to Aquarius who are very, very spiritual tonight, and very tuned in and very knowing about what's actually going on in the world. So you are remaining very calm. Good for you. I believe that this is about something big, and I'm doing this reading during the eclipse, which is probably bringing out these energies, but it's great, bringing out this information. You're privy to some very secret information. I mean, the High Priestess sits. She's the guardian of the Akashic records. The lost chapters of the Bible, everything. Don't worry if you're what's in your subconscious is not coming out into the conscious realm. It's enough that you just have this knowing. You don't worry if you're not, well, I don't feel privy to specific information. Well, it's really hard to get it when in this 3D density, okay? This world that we're living in through the earth, we're in the first harmonic. It is the most dense realm ever. Some of you a lot of you are star seeds. So this may be the first time that you've actually existed in a human body and had to operate from one reference point. So I do believe that this is actually Mother Earth, the world. There is a giant, massive ascension that's going on right now. And the Galactics were saying just the other day that it doesn't take everybody. They are just a few very highly advanced souls who are all doing the work silently on a very private, well, you don't have to be private. You can meditate with other people. if you want, but you're the most powerful ascension and the most powerful positive forces for ascending Mother Earth are being done individually. Apparently, it's being done individually by somebody sitting quietly in a room, somebody of very high vibrational energy like you, sitting quietly in a room and saying a prayer for Mother Earth, asking Spirit for guidance, that type of thing. Um, there is, this is the Four of Wands, and I always see this card as being welcomed into your soul family, okay, which could be, notice how it's called perfected work. This card, the world, is the theme of this card is ascension. In some decks, it's called the universe, and it represents the highest ascension. It's the last card in the major arcana. It's the end of the major arcana. After that card, it jumps back to the Fool. It's like beginning a new life. This is the Sun. It's a card of Leo, but again, there are, notice how the Sun, there are two types of rays emanating from the Sun. Some of them are very, very high vibrational, like the solar flares that are shooting out from the Sun in order to increase the vibration of Mother Earth. Notice how some of them are straight and some of them are wavy. It's the same way in the regular deck. And what that means, the extreme high vibrational flares that are coming from the Sun it's a different kind of, even the geophysicists will agree, it's a different kind of sunlight. It's the energy that these photons are vibrating at. It's very, very, very high, and it triggers your telomeres and your dormant DNA, activates your DNA. And of course, we have the 10 of coins here, but in this deck, does it not look like a dream? So this normally is, and you'll notice how these are in the position of the tree of life. Now, it does say wealth. It's Mercury in Virgo. But when I look at this card in this deck, I always think of one generation meeting another, because the man and the woman are just passing by each other, just very briefly. I do believe that during this time, because of course she rules the moon. The moon doesn't rule the high priestess, she rules the moon. We've got the Sun and the moon and the world and the Four of Wands, and this idea of generational wealth, which I believe in this reading has to do with spiritual memory, energy, the goodness that you came into this lifetime to bring, Mother Earth. So I just believe that what this is telling me is that you're aware on a subconscious, at least in a subconscious level, about the ascension of Mother Earth. You're aware that something huge is going on. I believe that with this Sun, this has to do with the solar flares that are activating your DNA. They are activating your intuition as well. I'm hearing some beeping noises out there. Anyway, because of course, with these eclipses, you may find that your intuition is in high gear after this eclipse. This is very powerful. Is there anything else? Yeah, we're at the end of the reading, and this is absolutely so incredibly powerful. So we have Mercury and Sagittarius and the High Priestess again. This is communication. and it's coming from you. And I believe that, notice how these wands are directed toward the earth. And what is your role here, star seeds? Your role is partly to keep everyone calm and to stay still and tune in and receive, whatever spirit has to bring you. You don't have to worry that if you're not hearing messages, or it doesn't matter. Just sit in a room silently and you are communing. Your subconscious mind is picking up stuff. But what you're doing here is you are silently, because of course she doesn't speak. You are communicating. These wands are directed toward the earth. They're going to hit the earth. And your role is to send this beautiful healing energy to Mother Earth. The Galactics recommend sometimes if you could just picture the tips of the pyramid and just picturing connecting the little dots. Picture the resonance of the earth, the heartbeat getting healthier and healthier, and the animals knowing where to go and feeling the vibrations and being confident about where they have to go when it's time to migrate. Sorry, I get very emotional when I talk about animals. You are doing so well, Aquarius. High five, says Spirit. Way to go. You just keep going, all right? And you don't need to notice how you're alone here. You're doing your communion with Spirit or with your higher self on your own. All right. God love you, Aquarius. I hope you've enjoyed this. I am so blown away by your reading. Thank you for everything that you're doing.